Yeah, yeah, morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 18 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 8 plus years of experience in Python and Django environment. So my experience includes design, development and implementation of Python and Django based applications, well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, right? URLlib, etc. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right? Can anyone
Yes,
please?
it is audible.
Yeah, it's audible.
Right, thank you. So as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following topics. Why Python? Why Python, right? And Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. And why all of a sudden Python has got great boom? Reasons which makes it suddenly super popular, right? And who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites for it? And there is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anybody can update with Python. Python statements looks like normal English statements. So anybody can update with Python. That it doesn't mean that you need to have the knowledge or prerequisites like C or C++ or Java. No. I'll be discussing all the Python syntaxes from the scratch ground level to the advanced level and how Python was built. How Python was built by taking the features and advantages of from multiple programming languages. It has taken some features from one programming, it has taken another features from other programming, right? Okay. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? And Python usage. Who are using Python currently? Which companies are using Python? Topmost applications built using Python. Python features. Python comparison with other programming, right? Python comparison with other programming, right? Python comparison with other programming, right? Coding wise, you can check. Length wise, you can check. Complexity wise, you can check how simple the Python statements as compared with other programming. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. And Python scope and job market. What is the job market of Python today? And what is the scope of Python in the coming years, right? Yes. So I'll be starting with why Python. So Python, I define in 5 lines. I define Python in 5 lines. It's a general purpose programming. It's a general purpose programming, multi-programming features we see. It's a high-level language, interpreted language, user-friendly programming. It's a user-friendly programming language. So just I'll brief you one by one, right? What do you mean by general purpose programming? General purpose programming. Yes. General purpose programming means before Python, there were some programming languages like Pascal. There were some Fortran, COBOL, right? Yes. Before Python, there were some programming languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL. Okay. These programming languages, Pascal, Fortran, and COBOL, are purpose-based languages. These are purpose-based languages. They are used for a specific purpose, like Pascal for complicated mathematical applications, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. Means they are used for a specific purpose, not for all the purposes, right? Not for all the purposes, but a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind where we can develop any kind of applications like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, graphic applications, embedded applications, desktop applications, wide varieties of applications we can develop using Python. Okay, fine. That's why it's we call it as general purpose programming. It's a general purpose programming. It's not for a particular, it's not purpose based, it's not for a particular purpose. Any kind of applications can be developed using Python. Multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings, all those features we can see in Python. What all the features we see in different other programmings, right? What all the advantages we see in other programmings, all those we are going to see in Python. That's why because of this multi-programming features, because of this multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. Python is a, okay, high level language. There are two types of languages. Yes, two types of languages, right? Two types of languages. Two types of languages, right? Low level languages and high level languages. Low level languages and secondly, high level languages. Low level languages and high level languages. Low level languages, example like assembly level language or machine level language, right? Assembly level language and machine level languages. These languages, these languages, firstly, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. The coding, what we see is understandable. And secondly, they are not portable. They are not portable, not human understandable. They are not portable, right? Machine, they are machine independent. Machine independent. Sorry, machine dependent, right? They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are not portable, right? Means they cannot be carried from one system to another system. And machine dependent, they cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. And high level languages like Python, high level languages like Python, right? They're human understandable, they are portable and machine independent. So these high level languages like Python, they are human understandable, they are portable and machine independent. Machine independent, right? They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Okay. Human understandable, portable, and machine independent. Okay. Okay. Next. General purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop. Multi-programming features are hybrid language. It's a high-level language. Yeah. Okay. Interpreted language. Python is a interpreted language. Interpreted language means, for example, line by line execution. Line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. Python statements are going to get executed statement by statement. But if you got compilation language, it executes, for example, if you got some 10 lines of code, it executes all the 10 lines at once. It executes all the 10 lines. That is compilation. But interpretation languages like Python execute statement by statement, which makes debugging easy. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. Okay, so Python, these are the features like general purpose, multi-programming features are hybrid language, high level like is human understandable, portable and machine independent, interpreted language, interpreted line by line execution, user-friendly programming language. Okay, now Python has got Python has first thing procedural oriented programming. Python has got procedural oriented programming features, example like C language. Just like C language, we can develop applications, and like object oriented programming, just like object oriented programming, we can object oriented programming. Example like C++ and Java, right? C++ and Java. We can develop applications and like scripting languages, like scripting where Python has got like scripting features. Example like shell script, Linux shell script. Yes. And it has got the features of modular programming, right? Yes, like modular programming, modular 3. Yes. Because of this multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. Yes. So it has got procedural-oriented programming features like C language, object-oriented programming like C++, Java, scripting features like shell script, and modular programming features like modular 3. Yes. Okay. So if we talk about this object-oriented programming, right? So if I two major programming languages today which are used for enterprise applications creations. Two major programming languages which are used for enterprise applications creations. Python and Java. Python and Java, right? Yes. These two programming languages. Okay. If I talk about this Java, Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming features. This These Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming features. Without object-oriented programming, we cannot develop it. We cannot write a Java program or a Java application that within which comes a class and object. But in Python, without object oriented, using procedural oriented, using scripting and using modular, right? We can develop different varieties of applications. Talk about this Java and Python. We go back like 2010 or 12, right? Java is the mostly preferred language, which was 43% used in the industry. But in 2010, most of them are not aware that there was a programming like Python, only 3% used in the industry. But 10 years later, 2020, the usage of Python has increased to 31%. Yes. In 2010, Python usage was 3%. In 2020, it became 31%. And Python is the number one ranked programming language today. I'll just to show you some graphs at the end of the session. I'll just open Google and show you within that the number one ranked and the percentage of usage of different programming languages. The usage of different programming languages, right? Yes. So Python used Java, the usage of Java, the usage of Python, the usage of C, C++, all these programming languages, right? Python is mostly preferred today, even mostly used in different high-end technologies as an implementation language for implementing different domains, right? So like data science with Python, big data with Python, writing automation scripts within AWS, DevOps, and in robotics, right? And web applications using Python, right? Okay. Scripting. We can write many scripts using Python, automation scripts using Python as compared to shell script. Python scripts look simple and easier, right? Yes, today even the administrators like database administrators, system administrators, network administrators are asked to get updated with Python. So even if you install any Linux flavor, Linux like Red Hot Linux or CentOS or Ubuntu, by default you get Python as inbuilt within the Linux operating system. No need of any special installation of Python within the Linux machine. Modular programming. Python has got a great boom today because of this modular programming. Nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different domains, right? For different environments, it has got modules, 89,300 modules Python has got for different. Okay. Okay. So Python has got procedural-oriented features. So as part of the course, I'll be discussing procedural-oriented with Python, object-oriented with Python, scripting, and modular programming with Python. So modules, because of these thousands of modules Python is providing for every environment, for data science, for big data environment, separate modules Python provides, for networking, for operating system. For every database, a separate module Python provides. Python to connect with Oracle database, a separate module CX underscore Oracle. To connect with MySQL, PyMySQL. To connect with SQL Server, right? PyODBC. Okay. Next. So different models, even for different files, right? For Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, Python provides different models for it. For Excel files, see Excel SX writer, Excel audio module. So just by writing Python code and executing them, a Excel workbook will be created. And again, if you write some code and execute, right, some sheets will be created. Some sheets will be created in the Excel file. Okay, next. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we? Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Mostly used in developing web applications. Mostly used in developing web applications, right? Like you may ask from last 20 years, Java, .NET are mostly preferred, right? Mostly used in developing web applications. Why again Python? Python has got a framework like Django framework, the Django framework. So using which at a rapid speed you can develop a web application with very less coding, not even one-fourth the coding as compared with programming languages like Java. It has got its own application server. It has got the Django has got its own application server. It has got its own database like SQLite 3. It has got its own database also, right? So many flexible features provided by this framework. It is everything taken care by this framework itself. Its own database, its own application server. No need to create that .py files, Python files. It automatically creates that Python files. Yes. Yeah. Next, Python mostly used in automation applications today. Like everything is getting automated. So automation applications using technologies, right? Using technologies like data science, and using technologies like IoT, and using technologies like DevOps. IoT, right? Internet of Things. It is a physical network. It is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics, used for exchanging data, collecting data, and controlling the things from the place where we are, right? So here, in a simple way, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. So here, 90% of the coding we see in Python. In data science, right? Everything deals with the data, and using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, data recommendations. Data science is a blend of technique. The main technique what we see in this data science, ML, machine learning, right? Machine learning techniques, we have got many techniques like regression, classification, clustering, recommendation techniques. For all the techniques to implement, we require a language. To code, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used to programming for implementing data science or machine learning techniques, right? Yes. Where Python is providing many modules for plottings, visualizations, for data analysis, but yes. Okay, next. Python mostly used for big data applications, right? So today, like not only the name itself saying like big data, huge volumes of data. Now currently the data stored in the data storage units like KBs of data, MBs of data, GBs of data, KB, MB, GB, terabyte, petabytes, exabytes, zettabyte, etabyte, sotabyte, so on, right? KB, MB, GB, TB, petabytes, exabytes, zettabytes, right? Yes. Okay, from TB onwards, we say like huge data, terabytes, petabytes, but not only in terabytes. Now, if we see the most of the applications generating in petabytes or exabytes of data, like if you see the examples like social media, like Facebook, YouTube, and if you talk about this YouTube, what is the storage capacity of YouTube to store all the videos, right? And what is the data generated by you, like Facebook in a minute? How many posts and videos are getting circulated? Not only like Facebook or YouTube, even like Google is generating huge data, Twitter tweets, Gmail messages, right? What should be the storage capacity to store all the messages? Banking transactions, telecom transactions, e-commerce transactions, like Flipkart or Amazon transactions. Everywhere we see like huge data. For handling that huge data and processing that huge data, we have got big data tools like Hadoop and Spark. Hadoop and Spark, right? And especially Spark is a very high speed of processing technology, which process huge data in quick time. Okay, Spark using Python language, we call it like PySpark. PySpark, right? Yes. Uh, Apart from this, Python also used for graphical user interface or for animation applications. Even for animation applications, right? About even for Python used for scientific applications. Scientific applications. For scientific applications, separately a module like CP, scientific CP means scientific Python. Apart from this, like numerical analysis, right? Yes. Numerical analysis, we have got a separate module like NumPy, and even Python is used even for gaming or for game development. For game development, right? Lot of games are getting developed today by using Python. Python has got separate frameworks for developing games like Pygame is one, PyCara, Pygame, PyCara are two frameworks given by Python for developing games in Python, and we have got some 3D rendering libraries like PySoy for 3D games, right? Yes. Okay. Mm. Apart from this, Python also used for tasks, scheduling tasks, right? Yes. We have got Airflow Python is providing, and for testing or for test cases, even for software development, right? Yes. For software development and for business applications, Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce websites. One of the hottest application of Python, like the database applications, where without database there is no web application. Python can connect with any database. Python can connect with any database, right? Yes. Like MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, all these databases. Yes. For networking applications, Python preferred for networking applications. For networking applications, not only the module, it has got a separate framework called Twisted Python. For audio video applications, and for audio video applications also, right? For audio and video applications. Yes, audio and video applications. Example like Team Player, NC Play. Team Player and C Player, some examples, right? Which are some of the applications which already got developed using Python, audio and video applications. As part of the course, I'll also discuss about some audio and video applications. Apart from this, it's also used for for scraping data, for extracting data, harvesting data from different websites like Amazon, Flipkart, and for For embedded applications, Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce. Embedded applications, right? One of the famous embedded application like a Raspberry Pi. For Raspberry Pi, right, is one of the famous embedded applications which uses Python computation. Okay. Apart from this, Python is also used for CAD applications or 3D CAD applications, computer-aided design, right? CAD applications and yes. Apart from this, it's also used for data analysis. For data analysis, it is used robotics. Once again, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear or not?
It's clear, Vijay.
Yes,
Okay.
it's clear.
And even for desktop applications questions, right? Desktop applications. In this way, we've got many more applications. Since it's not for a particular, it's not purpose-based language. Any kind of applications we can develop using Python. Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Topmost applications, right? Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications built using Python. What is? Topmost applications built using Python and who are using Python today, right? Yes. So Google using Python for its web search system. Python, Google is one of the best best example of Python web applications. And YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Yes. One second.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
One second. Yeah. Topmost applications built using Python I was discussing, right? Google is one of the best example, right? Yes. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service, and Yahoo using Python, Uber, right? Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and machine learning, right? And Instagram is built using Python, Instagram, right? The prime reason for Instagram for choosing Python is Python practicality and its hybrid features. Even today, if you see NASA using Python for its research and development activities, and other applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox are some applications built using Python. The famous OTT platform like Netflix using Python for its security, automation, and subscription related things. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation. A powerful 3D animation, right? Yes. Which uses Python script, right? So MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. And BitTorrent using Python for its file sharing service. And iRobot for military and commercial applications. iRobot for military and commercial application, and also for hardware testing purpose, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all these they use Python for hardware testing purpose, right? These are some of those examples who are using Python today, and topmost applications built using Python: Google, YouTube, Yahoo, Uber, Instagram, NASA, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox, Netflix, Maya, BitTorrent, iRobot, hardware testing. Okay. Mm, Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, or reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Okay. First thing is most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python, migrating towards Python because of its very less coding, right? Because of its very less coding. Simple syntaxes given by Python. Simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements. And hybrid features, multi-programming features or hybrid features, right? And one more important features of Python, right? Uh, interactive mode. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. Interactive mode. We can interact statement by statement. For each and every statement, it gives response.
What does it mean, multi-programming?
Multi-programming features, right? Multi-programming features means I clearly explained here that it has got procedural-oriented programming features, object-oriented programming features, scripting features, and modular programming features, right? Because of multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. And interactive mode given by Python. Interactive mode means fine. If I type CMD in the command, in the bottom search panel, I am typing CMD, press enter, goes to this command prompt gets open, right? CMD. One second. Okay, if you open this command prompt, right, and if you type Python here, Python, right, Python. And if I say enter, the Python version will be displayed at 3.1 and Python interpreter gets open. Any valid Python statements, right, like 3 plus 5, it gives the response. 23 into 43, it gives response. X is 10, no need to define the data type. Y is 4. What is X value? What is Y value? What is X plus Y value? What is X minus Y? What is X into Y? What is X by Y value, right? Yes. X into 2, X to the power symbol in Python, 10 square. X equal to hello. Any valid statements you can type here. X into 3 prints hello for 3 times. X into 5 prints hello for 5 times. With come out of this. Yes. So in this way, we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. Okay. Apart from this, wide varieties of applications we can develop. Wide varieties of applications. Just now I discussed, right? Wide varieties of applications, automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, desktop applications, and many built-in library, many inbuilt libraries, many built-in, right? Many built-in modules, 89,300 modules for different environments, right? So these are the these are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Very less coding, simple syntaxes, looks like normal English statements, multi-programming features, interactive mode. We can interact with Python statement by statement. That feature you won't see in other programming language, that is interactive mode. And Python also supports batch mode, batch of statements, and creating a .py file. Wide varieties of and many built-in modules. Now, now just I'll open Google and show you, right? Yes, just I'll open Google and show you, right? Popular coding language. Just type popular coding language. See this popular coding language, JavaScript, HTML, Python, SQL. So all this will be discussed as part of this Python full stack course. So if you just see this more results for popular coding language. So Python, see this Python, the most popular programming language. Python stands first, next comes Java and the other things. Python remains the most popular programming language. Python, Java, JavaScript. Most popular programming languages used by top 25 unicorn. First Python, next Java, JavaScript, right? Most popular programming languages, right? Yes. Python, next JavaScript, Java, all this. Okay. So the percentage of usage of Python as compared with other programming, like Python 31% used in the industry. Currently, Java 19%, C++ 10%, C 6%, right? Most in demand languages of 2021 and 22. Python, Java, JavaScript. Ranking wise, can you see this rank? Python is the number one rank. Next comes Java, JavaScript, right? C Sharp, PHP, right? Okay. Number of series, number of this computer science departments that use language to teach introductory courses. US computer science departments. Top 39 or top computer science department that uses language to teach, right? Introductory courses, right? Python, mostly like Python. Next, there is Python, next Java, these things. And even ranking based on average salary. Python stands for, okay, Python is the number one ranked for that. And even for ranking based on volume of job openings, Python SQL stands first, right? Let's see this number of that is job opportunities for Python. So just type Python jobs here. Just to say Python jobs. And check. 19,183 Python job vacancies in Hyderabad. And if you see that overall 1,32,495 Python openings. So even not only Python, you can also go for Python Django jobs. People who knows Django are very less, and people who has command and this Django is very, very less, right? Django jobs 18,574 Django job vacancies. Yes. And what is the course structure, right? What is that course content I'm going to discuss as part of this course? Starting with Python basics, Python history, applications, features of Python, advantages, versions, installations, flavors of Python. Python modes, interactive mode, batch mode, Python editors and IDs, Python data types, Python constants, Python variables, comments in Python, type conversions, escape sequences, strings in Python, operators in Python, and working with different IDs. In real time, we use different IDs. I'm going to show you on not on single ID, but I'll be showing you on multiple IDs where Python different environments where it can be executed, like Anaconda distributions, Jupyter notebooks, Spider, Eclipse, PyCharm, flow control statements in Python, looping statements, strings, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters. Collections in Python, list, tuple, sets, dictionaries, Python lists, list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, right? Python tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions, functional like properties, their categories, arguments types, default, non-default, keyword, non-default, keyword and non-keyword, and arbitrary arguments. Yes, and different types of functions, lambda function, filter function, reduce function, right? Modules in Python, modular programming, how to import a module, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading a module, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, right? Object-oriented programming concepts, like regular expressions, right? And database connections, database connectivity, right? By installing MySQL database, creating database users, closing database connections, cursor object, executing SQL queries, retrieving data from database. Python data and time module, datetime module, Python operating system module, advanced concepts like iterator, generators, closures, decorators, web scraping, and for graphic applications, and for creating Excel workbook, Excel files for data analytics, NumPy Pandas, Matplotlib, introduction to data science, Python Pandas model in brief, and Python NumPy and Python Matplotlib. This is what I'll be discussing about Python core and advanced, right? So 30 topics in brief, in depth we'll be discussing, right? And people who wants to go for full stack, Python full stack web development.
Course duration, sir?
Yeah, I'll come back to that. So Django, web frameworks, Django installation, right? Django project architecture, Django applications creations, Django views. Yes. One second. Yes. Django views, Django templates, Django admin, Django models, advanced concepts, and also UI technologies. People who go for full stack web development will be given knowledge on this UI technologies like HTML total in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript in brief, and also like MySQL database will be covered. So for full stack web development, right? Totally 3 courses will be covered for them, like Python core and advanced, UI technologies, that is web development technologies, and the Django framework in brief. Yeah. Take this, right? Okay. Okay. So just I'll take 2 minutes. Python. So Python core, Python advanced. So we'll be spending nearly 70 hours on it. 70 hours, like it takes nearly 2 months for it. And the course fee is like 6,000 for it. So in brief, in depth, we'll be discussing about Python with many working examples, with assignments and tasks. Right? It's not like it's not a 45 hours course. It's like 70 hours I'm spending on it. Apart from this, people who go for full stack web development. First, web development technologies, UI technologies. Web development technologies like HTML will be discussed, CSS, JavaScript. Apart from this, and Django framework, right? In this Django framework, 15 to 20 applications you will be developing along with me parallelly. Apart from this, like REST API will be discussed. REST API plus a project. It also takes nearly 60 hours. 2 months it takes for these things. The fee structure for this web development, Django framework, REST API and project is 8,000 actually. Fine. So totally it takes 4 months for this total full stack web development. The fee structure actually it will be like 14K. But if you are taking the total full stack package with a single payment, it's 12,000. It's 12,000. If you're taking separately, first now if you're taking Python, later like web development separately, means this total full stack net we need to pay separately, right? 6K and 8K. If you're taking as a package, it's like 12K, right? Where you will be learning about Python core, advanced web development technologies, the Django framework, REST API and project, right? Fine. So what you are going to get from my side, so you'll be daily, every video you'll be going to get for all this, for Python, for this web development, for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django. For all this, you'll be getting nearly 130 videos you'll be getting, right? 70 for Python, 60 for this. Yes. Means every day you'll be getting the video. Today's session is completed, immediately you'll be getting that video to your Google Drive. And notes, clear notes, soft copy of these notes you'll be getting, right? Your mail IDs. And assignments and tasks. Assignments or tasks to work with, right? Yes. And a WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussion. WhatsApp group will be created for technical. Notes you can download and you can store it. There won't be any validity period for it. Notes you can download, that download option will be provided. Videos, no download option. You can only view it. You can only view or play that videos. And for videos, for Python, okay. So generally like whenever that batch starts, it will be like 6 to 8 months. 6 to 8 months, right? Duration. 6 to 8 months it will be, right? Where you can check these videos. Right? Notes, assignments and tasks, WhatsApp, right? Yes. And it's everything is live sessions, right? Every week will be, you can just ask your queries through voice anytime during the session, or you can type your query in the chat. Fine. Now, if you got any queries, you can go with your queries, right? If you got any queries related to this, yes, the timing will be at 6 a.m. Tomorrow also you can attend the session same time using the same link to see more on this Python. Yes, in the tomorrow session, just I'll be brief. From tomorrow we are going to start with the actual topics of Python. Tomorrow is just introductory session, right? Tomorrow just we'll go with. So just I'll show you some coding wise how these Python statements look like other programmings, and followed by Python installation, Python versions, Python software foundation, Python installation, Python execution modes, different modes of executions, those things. Tomorrow I'll just go with the installations and execution modes. Yeah. Any other queries, right? Yes.
It's from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., sir, or
6 to 7, right?
6 to 7.
Yes. And people, if you think that 4 months you are unable to spare 4 months, see Python 2 months you can go from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday there are some weekend classes for this web development Django for these things, right? Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours, right? If you want to attend parallelly, you can attend parallelly, right? If you, otherwise you can complete Python and just go over that. Otherwise, parallelly also you can attend the sessions.
So we have
Yes.
Monday to Friday for Python and web development.
Monday-
I mean Python
Monday-
and
Monday
core and
to
advanced.
Monday to Friday, right? Core and advanced.
Mhm.
And for web development technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django, right? Saturdays, Sundays, there will be many batches starting. You can attend any of my batch. Once you got enrolled in the full stack, you can attend any of my batch. For HTML, see parallelly also because HTML, CSS, this JavaScript doesn't require any Python language, right? So whenever Python core is going here, right? We'll go with HTML, CSS, JavaScript before we go with the Django framework, right? Yeah. Any other queries?
We can go only with Python also, right, for 2 months or
Yes,
full.
yes. Yes.
One more question, sir. Like my name is Hassan. I stay in Biramgud. My graduation has occurred in 2016. I mean, it's a little bit now, almost 7 to 8 years. What I was thinking was that apart from Python, is there any, I mean, including Python, is there any language which I should learn so that it will be an added advantage in interviews and all?
So
Which would be
web development, full stack web development, you need to go, right?
okay.
Because you can also go for Django jobs. Django, as of now, people who has knowledge on Django are very less, and who has
Okay.
command on Django are very less, right? So if you have knowledge and if you have got great command on this Django, as I'm showing you, 15 to 20 applications creations where you will be doing parallel along with me. So after that, you'll be getting great command, right, on this Python and Django. So you can get to the interview process, right?
Okay. So in weekends we have this web development wala thing, right, sir?
Yes.
So even though someone, if he's not joined in full stack also, only Monday to Friday will be the classes. Saturday, Sunday, there will be no class.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
Okay, fine. So, okay, so if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, then I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow at 6 o'clock using the same link, right? So thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.